Because Bambi has been hiding a whole child, and it's not his. Lil Scrappy lost it. He flipped a whole damn table, shattered a glass, and screamed so loudly that the neighbors called the police. This was the betrayal of the decade, not a rumor. Not a guess, a whole secret child with a whole different man. And Bambi? She never said a single word. He learned about it via a screenshot that arrived at 2:47 a.m., not from a face-to-face chat, not a leaked DM. Who's this little boy calling you mommy? Bambi froze, but she didn't blink. None of your business, she said. Boom. Mama D's on Instagram Live, crying real tears and throwing Bible verses like confetti. Stevie J had been too quiet. But now there are rumors he knew the entire time. The streets were talking, and Scrappy? He's not just heartbroken, he's dangerous now. And this isn't even the beginning. The room was silent, the kind of silence that screams louder than words ever could. Lil Scrappy sat on the edge of his bed, phone in hand, eyes fixed on the screen, trying to will the message away. Because when you lie about a child, you don't just break trust. You set the whole damn family on fire. Then came a picture with the phrase, "Thought you should know." It showed Bambi, his wife, cradling a toddler he had never seen before. And the youngster looked a lot like her. Same eyes, same grin. But Scrappy knew in his heart that this child wasn't his. The walls seemed to close in as memories flooded. His mind, their wedding day, the birth of their children, the promises made. Now that life was shrouded in lies. He texted her, his fingers trembling, but got no response. Determined to find answers, Scrappy drove to the house they once shared. It was no longer a home, it was a house of secrets. "We need to talk," he said, holding up his phone, a mask of emotion covering his face. "It's not what you think," Bambi started, then hesitated before finally confessing. The child was hers, from a brief relationship during a period of separation. She had kept it hidden, afraid of being judged, of losing the family they built. Scrappy felt the ground shift beneath him. The woman he loved, the life they shared, now wrapped in betrayal. He left without saying a word. The media caught wind of the story. Headlines exploded, "Bambi's hidden child destroys Scrappy's world." Fans, friends, and family asked the same question. How could this happen? What would Scrappy do next? It didn't take long before the internet began tearing everything apart. Twitter was in overdrive, sharing screenshots of Bambi and the toddler. Anonymous blogs claimed to have the full story. Then came a twist. Rumors linked Stevie J to the child. He had been inexplicably around the family for months. One blog even leaked a fake birth certificate with a familiar name in the father's slot. Investigators pieced together details. The nights Bambi claimed to be working. A mysterious Instagram post from Stevie J, featuring baby shoes and the caption, "Big blessings loading." Then Mama D stepped in. You knew she wasn't going to sit back. That same night, she went live. Before she even said a word, fans flooded the comments. "I told y'all that woman wasn't right for my son." With her voice cracking, she whispered, "I knew there was a snake in the garden, and now it's biting." "This ain't just infidelity," Mama D continued. "It's deeper than y'all realize." She revealed documents, conversations, and contracts allegedly proving that Stevie J had been cheating on Bambi the whole time, and funding the apartment where she lived her double life. She demanded Scrappy get a DNA test immediately. "This ain't no rumor," she said. "This is real life. My son was set up." Suddenly, this wasn't just a betrayal. It was a conspiracy. Scrappy went silent, disappeared from social media. He paused everything. A friend close to the family said he was grieving like a child who lost everything. The silence was loud. Anonymous insiders began to whisper. One claimed Bambi had been living a double life for 2 years. Another, reportedly, from the Love and Hip Hop crew, said this plot was kept under wraps to protect reputations. Now that the truth was out, NDAs were collapsing and bloggers were ready to eat. The apartment? Paid for by Stevie J YouTubers picked sides. Your Team Scrappy versus your Team Bambi. One thing was certain. Scrappy was breaking down, and the world was watching. On day 3, Scrappy returned. No live video, no statement, just one post. a black screen. The caption read, "Everything isn't always what it seems, but pain is always real." Within minutes, fans, bloggers, and celebrities began dissecting the post. Then another bombshell. A whistleblower sent a dubious blog medical records and birth certificate photos, allegedly proving the child was Bambi's and not Scrappy's. The blog claimed the baby was born while Bambi and Scrappy were still together. Fans dug deeper. An old Instagram story resurfaced, Stevie J at a wellness retreat that turned out to be a private maternity suite. Eerie background music played in the clip. A screaming infant, whose voice fans claimed resembled Bambi's daughter. As chaos mounted, Kirk Frost joined the chat and posted a cryptic message. "Some people just love playing family games." No names, no tags, but everyone knew who he meant. Then came the final leak, screenshots of Bambi's private DMs with the alleged baby daddy. In them, she begged, "Please don't ruin everything. Scrappy doesn't deserve this." By this point, the streets were on fire, and Mama D, she wasn't done. She went live again, glass of wine in hand, rage in her voice. "You lied to my son. You lied to all of us." When asked why Stevie J was involved, she looked dead in the camera and whispered, "Because he's been cowardly, huh?" Then, the warning, "If y'all don't air this on the next season, I swear I'll leak the footage myself. You think I'm playing baby?" From baby daddy drama to baby photos to baby lies, the web exploded with conspiracies. Was Bambi running a scam? Was Scrappy secretly giving up parental rights? Was Erica Dixon involved somehow? Because why not? The final truth remains uncertain. But what's clear? This isn't just reality TV, this is real life, and it's messy. Issued a hazy statement that read, "We ask for privacy at this time as Scrappy processes recent events that have deeply affected his family. Truth eventually comes to light, but until then, there was no peace." Another blog leaked audio. Yeah. Actual recording of Scrappy and Bambi having a heated phone conversation in which he was yelling and sobbing as he asked her, "How could you lie to me like it was anything we had even real?" "I did what I had to do." "You wouldn't," Bambi said in a tone that was too calm. He cried out, "You broke me." At that moment, the public's sympathy shifted. Many who had previously criticized Scrappy for his past transgressions were now showering him on his page with love he didn't expect. One fan wrote, "You were lied to. Stay strong, King." In the meantime, the purported baby daddy came forward, but not on a well-known platform. Instead, he went live on TikTok from a parking lot, pacing and trembling as he revealed his truth. "I don't want any of this. I don't want to be famous, but I won't let that woman continue to lie to me. That's my baby. I have DNA proof if you want it. If you're listening, buddy, I'm sorry you had to learn this way." The following morning, screenshots of the paternity confirmation went viral on Twitter, revealing that the baby wasn't Scrappy's. What's even more shocking? The child's name was a direct combination of Bambi's and Stevie J's middle names. Middle names. At this point, the entire Love and Hip Hop franchise was being questioned, and fans were calling on Mona Scott to speak up. Former cast members began to weigh in, and K. Michelle tweeted, "I told you years ago that these people are messy as hell, and that there isn't anything genuine behind those scenes." Jocelyn Hernandez even shared a video of herself laughing uncontrollably, captioning it, "So, the deer had a baby." And until 2 a.m. one night, Lil Scrappy remained mute, while everyone else laughed. I would have taken a bullet for that woman, but instead she repeatedly stabbed me in the back. The discussion erupted in love. "We love you, Scrappy. Keep going. You deserve more." But Scrappy wasn't done. He went live in a dark room, breathing heavily and crying. "I'm not going to sit here and play the victim, because I made mistakes too. But this broke me, and I had to start over." He abruptly ended the live stream. The following morning, fans noticed something odd. All of Bambi's photos had been removed from his page, along with all his memories and posts. It was even more telling that he had unfollowed Stevie. The next 48 hours felt like a cultural earthquake, with bloggers unable to keep up, fans creating conspiracy films, and Jay, Kirk, Rashida, and even Mona Scott speaking quietly. This wasn't just sadness. This was war. Her nonchalant remark that some things are better left off camera and at the time seemed like drama for television. But now, it felt like prophecy. And just when it looked like everything would be settled, a new voice appeared in the chat room. It was none other than Erica Dixon, Lil Scrappy's ex-girlfriend and the mother of his eldest daughter. Instead of posting a dubious tweet or going live on Instagram with wine, she uploaded a full-length YouTube movie titled, "I Attempted to Alert Him." She added, "Now that everything is out in the open, I have to tell my truth. Scrappy is a man. He didn't deserve this. And I told him years ago." It began with her sitting in a softly lit room. Her voice was calm but firm. "I remained silent out of respect. I didn't like something about Bambi a while back." She paused and stared straight into the camera. But he didn't listen because he thought I was being resentful. Within an hour, the video had 500,000 views. Fans, including Mama D, who was known for having her say, were calling Erica the most honest person in this mess. Mama D reposted a video with the description, "Stevie J, the alleged co-conspirator, did what Stevie J did. And sometimes the truth comes from the place you least expect." Meanwhile, Bambi remained silent, posting nothing, commenting nothing. Then, boom, another plot twist. As usual, he tossed gasoline on the fire and lit the entire damn match. He streamed live from a studio, shirtless, with a drink in his hand and a sly smile that seemed amused by the pandemonium. Everyone wants to act like saints, but behind the scenes, I've helped a lot of women hide a lot of things that aren't any of your business. The internet took it as a yes, even though it was a completely different movie. "Did you help Bambi hide the baby?" someone asked in the comments. He laughed. Worse, weeks before Bambi's enigmatic retreat, a blogger shared an old, never-before-seen picture of her and Stevie J together, arms around each other in a Vegas hotel lobby. Fans quickly connected the dots, and Reddit was ablaze with theories. Was Stevie J the baby's father? Another bomb dropped, this time from a VH1A leaked casting call, revealing that Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta was preparing a special reunion episode titled Secrets, Scandals, and DNA. The premise? The entire cast would be involved in a reunion. Did Bambi trap Scrappy? Was the marriage a calculated move? But the worst part? It would be broadcast live, unedited, and in real time. Fans went crazy, because this was no longer reality TV. This was Shakespeare in a strip club, dirty, raw, and terribly entertaining. Meanwhile, Scrappy went radio silent again. His team released a new statement. Scrappy will not be appearing on any reality shows at this time, as he is concentrating on healing his family and getting legal advice. That sent everyone into a tailspin. Rumors began to circulate. It sounded dramatic, but with everything else going on, Scrappy had reportedly filed for full custody of his children with Bambi, citing emotional pain, deceit, and instability. According to an insider, he was even thinking of suing for emotional damages and fraudulent concealment of paternity, sounding completely plausible. And then, the voice note appeared. A mysterious voice recording, purportedly from a phone call between Bambi and an unidentified friend, was heard in the clip. A woman who sounded uncannily similar to Bambi said, "I just needed time. I didn't want him to raise a..." The internet required no further details. Headlines screamed, "Bambi confession leaked. I couldn't handle it alone, so I trusted Stevie when he claimed he'd help me fix it." Timeline breakdowns by YouTubers were reenacted by TikTokers. Twitter turned the quote into a meme, plastered over images of famous betrayals. At this point, the story had moved. Beyond rumors, it became a cultural event, and Bambi finally broke her silence. She posted a screenshot of her Notes app on Instagram with a brief but impactful message. "I'll always defend my kids, no matter what, even if it means losing everything. Believe what you want, but know that I did what I had to do." The post had comments disabled, but that didn't stop the criticism. Mama D immediately shared a video response. She read Bambi's statement with scorn, repeating sarcastically, "Girl, shut up. You did what you wanted to do, and you destroyed my baby boy in the process." Even celebrities couldn't ignore it anymore. 50 Cent, always ready to stir the pot, uploaded Scrappy's earlier livestream with the caption, "Damn, even Ghost didn't go through this much betrayal." He tweeted that the Bambi Scrappy drama had more twists than a Netflix series. But amid the turmoil, the memes, and the world waiting for more leaks, footage, or even a trial, Lil Scrappy was quiet. Until his final Instagram post, a black and white picture of him with his daughter, and that altered everything. Fans knew right away, this fight wasn't over. It was just getting started. Climax. It's obvious that this narrative is far from over. But one thing is certain. Lil Scrappy won't be dying quietly. Not after everything he's learned, or lost. Because sometimes a man's broken heart turns into a weapon. And Bambi may have believed she buried the truth. But darling, the truth doesn't stay buried. It digs itself up, climbs out of the grave, and knocks on your front door, wearing a wire. Tell me, are you on the side of Scrappy